Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I need to be consistent. I've been having such an issue with that. I'm so sorry. But anyway, today's video is just going to be focusing on what I'm hoping to go into in the future year and what I'm letting go of and leaving behind us, because we don't need to be bringing that into the new year. I know that the new year is already a month in a couple days, but it's okay. It's okay. So, without further ado, oh my gosh, let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is letting go of toxic people. Yo, we don't need them in our life anymore. There's so many people at my school that I would be so much better off with if they just would stop doing what they do. But you know what? That's fine. The art of letting go isn't just not talking to the person or doing the thing. It's acknowledging that it was there and that it is there, but that you're not engaging with it. And that is something that I really did not understand for a really long time. I was like, well, it's still there and it's still bothering me, and I would let it bother me. That is the biggest issue. If you let something bother you, it's going to bother you. But if you don't and you leave it all in the past, or you say, yeah, that exists, this exists, but it's okay, because I'm me and I can ignore that and I can do what I need to do without constantly thinking about this and that and whatever else is out there. Another thing that I really need to be doing is letting go of the bad habits. I feel like everyone needs to be letting go of bad habits, but it is one of those things that you're like, how do I do this? How in the world do I do this? We're on the same page, girl, but here are some things that I feel like are some advice tips that I can give you, because I need them too. So, number one, starting at the beginning of the day, when you get up, I'm not telling y'all to make your bed or whatever, but what I am going to say is, when you first wake up, obviously if you're turning off your alarm, yeah, you're gonna check your phone, but don't get on your phone, scroll or anything until you stood up from your bed, and then grab your phone, start watching stuff, so then you can start getting productive. Because so many people will be out here telling you, oh, if you just immediately grab your phone or whatever, and obviously that's a version of what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, when you get up, don't immediately just grab your phone and sit in your bed. You can grab your phone like everyone else does, get up, maybe play a couple songs. That's kind of what I do. But I get up, grab my phone, check social, whatever. Then I get ready without my phone, either just playing music or maybe playing a TikTok, but I'm not scrolling with it. And I get ready at my vanity, I get dressed, whatever, and then I'm so much more productive. Because in general, if you want to be on your phone that much, you should put time in your schedule to do that. Because personally, I wake up really early in the morning. I wake up at 5:20. Takes me about 20-25 minutes in total to get all ready, and then I have the rest of the time until 7:10 that I need to leave to be on my phone or do extra homework or anything like that. The next thing is something that is so crazy that everyone does, but at this point it's just one of my least favorite things that everyone does is, when a person is walking behind them, is when they act like that person doesn't have an opinion about them. Of course that person's going to have an opinion on you, just like you will have an opinion on me and I could have an opinion on you. But it's the way that you choose to see that opinion is how it's going to dictate your life. if someone thought, oh, like, if someone was looking at you and they were like, oh, I love her shoes, you could perceive it as, oh, they probably hate my shoes. They could be loving your shoes. They could be living for them. And, you know, after looking at you for a couple minutes, they could come up to you and be like, hey, where'd you get your shoes? I love them and I definitely want them. It's all about how you choose to see things. If you choose to see, like, everyone is coming at you, not in a nice way, you're going to see it like that. Like, if you choose, you're gonna see it like that. But if you choose to be like, oh, they're looking at me, they probably like my outfit, or they probably like my earrings or my necklace, you know, then you're gonna see it like that and you're gonna feel better. And maybe they didn't like it. Maybe they're like, ugh, their earrings are so ugly. But that's okay, because that is their opinion. And I feel like what people do the most is they take people's opinion and they put it into this jar of things that they think that everyone hates about them, when more than half of that stuff in that little jar that you keep could be what some other person loves about you. And that's the thing. You never know, because you are not them. And you're never going to know, and that's okay. Because you need to know what you want to know and what you choose. And that's just like a thing. Like, of course I still think that, but it's something that everyone could get better at. Like, not always thinking that someone is out to get them or out to attack them, and starting to think, oh, maybe they're just being nice, or maybe they like this about me. Not, oh, they probably hate this about me, or they don't like this. It's all about perception and about what you think. And sometimes all you need to do is just change what you think in the slightest, and it will make such a big difference, I'm telling you. And I swear I could go on and on and on about perception, because it's just such a misunderstood thing. But it's such a big thing in everyone's lives. Everyone has perception, and everyone thinks of any other person differently. It's just how it works. It's just how it is. It's just like someone that's colorblind and someone that's not. A colorblind person can't see the same colors or can't see any colors at all. The non-colorblind person sees all of this. And if you just limit yourself to just being like, oh, I can't see any colors, I can't see anything good, like, that's how you think, and that's how you are going to feel, and you are making yourself that. But if you treat yourself like someone that's not colorblind or someone that's not limitless, then you won't be limitless. And while you still may be colorblind, you're still going to be able to see so many more things that maybe the non-colorblind person can't. Because imagine being colorblind and getting the glasses where you can see color. That would be like a different world to you. Well, then the non-colorblind person could put on black and gray glasses and be like, oh my gosh, this is a totally different world. Perception is key in life. And while this saying, try to put yourself in someone else's shoes, does make me, I'm iffy on it, because in a way you can never actually put yourself in someone else's shoes, because you'll never have to go through what they went through, and they'll never be able to go through what you went through. It's like, it's still a good thing to be like, how would I feel? I wouldn't feel good. You know? I wouldn't feel amazing about that. Again, perception is the main thing. The art of it is absolutely crazy. And that is the key thing in life, is how you want to perceive. Your neighbor could perceive themselves as gross, disgusting. They don't like anything about them. You could perceive your neighbor as the most lively human being that you've ever met. But if they continue to keep thinking that they are lifeless, and all depressing, they are going to become that, and then you will start to see that. Just like if you were to start doing that, in a way, I would be able to see it. Your parents, your siblings, your friends, your cousins, even maybe your pets, okay? That is why perception ties in with everything. In every little circle, little square, little triangle, little dot, perception is in everything. Just like if you think a glass is half full or half empty. Again, half full or half empty means the absolute difference. Because if I were to grab a cup and I saw it, I would honestly probably immediately think it's half empty. But someone else next to me might think it's half full, and that makes the utmost difference. And that is something that, again, people struggle with. But it's so amazing when you finally realize that if you just start thinking differently and think about different things in a different way and see it like anyone else could, it will make the difference. It genuinely will. And I've seen that with so many people, and that is why this year I'm going to start seeing it this way. Oh my gosh. Ever since I was younger, I've kind of just felt odd and a bit crazy, let's be honest. I feel like everyone has. And then I used to start thinking, how does everyone else see me? That is when you need to cut off perception, okay? Well, perception, like I have said, can be such a good thing. It can be a bad thing, and you just need to know when you draw the line, okay? The good perception is being able to see what is happening in different ways, but one where you need to cut off is when you start thinking directly about what someone thinks about you. You need to know what you think about yourself, and once you figure that out, you can start improving and start changing, and that is a really strong concept and a really strong thing that starts benefiting people when they start implying that into their life. All of this being said, we are going to go on a journey together, and we are going to imply the things that I've said, or apply, whatever, into the next year of our life, and we're gonna see where we are from now. And it could genuinely change so much for so many people, and that is what this whole year is going to be about, is what do you want for yourself, and what are you going to make for yourself. And I feel like that is the most important thing going into this year that everyone needs to remember. All of everything being said, thank you for watching this video. I really genuinely do hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. I will be more consistent, boo. I promise. But anyway, I'm amazing, and so are you. Have an amazing day. Boo.